Hey everyone, I'm Vinay, founder and CEO at Layerpath. At Layerpath, we help teams create AI-powered training and onboarding content in minutes, not weeks. Why do we do this? I've spent over a decade in enterprise SaaS, and I've worked with companies who have grown their user base from thousands to millions. And one thing always persisted: how do you effectively communicate the value of your product to your employees and your users? And it's not just the enterprise SaaS problem, it's across the board of all enterprises across all sectors. Because even in 2024, creating a training content is super hard. Meet Daniel, customer success manager at Turbox. Let's see how Daniel uses Layerpath to create a quick training content using Layerpath. This is Daniel's HubSpot CRM instance, and he wants to quickly create content to explain how the privacy feature in HubSpot works. He uses Chrome plugin, goes us through every actions that he wants to capture, and the Layerpath automatically captures his intent, his actions, and produces content into 3 different formats: tour, guide, and video, all in less than 30 seconds. He can then continue picking the type of format he wants, continue editing it using AI. He can work with 15 different languages to give content in the language that is most preferred for his customers or employees. And to share, he can either share a link, embed it on his help documents, or create a studio quality video with 4K resolutions, automatic voiceovers. And it's not just that, he can also see how his clients and employees are engaging with his content. Layerpath has been transformative for Daniel. He's cut down his content creation by 80% while still giving him the multi-format content which wasn't available before. Since our launch in Feb 2024, we've organically grown to 5,000 plus signups with 1,300 paid beta users and 20 teams on subscription. We've also been fortunate enough to get in 2 mid-market customers in the last 2 months. And the growth and adoption of our product continues to rise, showing a significant demand in people wanting a tool like Layerpath. Today, we are self-serve and PLG for SMBs and startups. And since we have got some traction in the mid-market, we want to focus on enterprises with multi-year contracts starting at $5,000 a year. Layerpath distinguishes itself from the huge crowded market because we are the first to step in with multi-modal content creation. And that becomes our technical wedge. And also the demand for the market continues to grow with the recent acquisition of WalkMe by SAP in June 2024, sending the shockwaves with the industry. And the market demand continues to grow, even with all the AI hype out there. Our goal for $100 million, start with video crafted for training and onboarding, move into redefining how knowledge bases and learning management systems are built, and then hit the digital adoption market with our aim to get into $100 million. And to do that, we are focusing on 2 things. One, product-led self-serve, which we are already doing. And my background is partner-led in the last 10 years at Zoho. And the focus would be more to get into channel partnerships and enterprises. We are the team to create it because our founding team comes from having gone through the challenge, creating those technical documentation, and also designing the videos. That's Layerpath. We help teams streamline their training and onboarding content in minutes. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Vinay. So Katie, we'll come to you next. Question for Vinay.
Yeah, again, an ongoing theme of go-to-market. So this is an area that I've seen actually a lot of companies try to do. And how do you argue to your buyer that this is a must-have?
All right. Thanks, Katie. Sandy?
Maybe double-clicking on go-to-market. I think you said the ACV is $5K, which makes it tough to incentivize outbound sales at that ACV. I think you mentioned channel partnerships, but maybe you could double-click on go-to-market.
Great questions. Yeah, both in the GTM, which allow. To start with Katie's question, it's a new category that we are into, the interactive demo, then tapping into the digital adoption. We've been doing a lot of educational driven. There is no direct demand. At least 4 years ago, there was no direct demand. We need to latch into existing categories. So the focus on making it must have is to first show the people that the solution exists. So we've been perfecting our inbound content marketing over the last 6 months, really looking at how people are searching. Even if there is no direct demand, you can always include alternative demand, and that's something that I specialize. There is a need for this. It's just that people are not aware. So that because a new category is being created post the pandemic. And to touch on Sandy's question, I think the best way to move forward for us is a hybrid model of inbound and outbound. And that is something we learned from while securing 2 mid-market deals. They came through our content, signed up, set up a demo. And when you spend time with them, this was just the cycle of the sales was less than 48 hours. You show them the value and how they can onboard their teams, and the closing of deals was great. So now we know what a mid-market and enterprises are looking for. We want to understand these needs and then move into channel and the ISV partner integration, which is where white label is also one of the things we're exploring. And we have one of our white label partners who's doing this for commercial real estate, which is a huge category, which I have no clue about. And we have a very targeted revenue to drive through this partnership of 10K in 2 months. So that's also a channel that we're continuing to invest and explore. I hope that answered your question. Thank you.